Marvel has already made waves by shifting from the MCU to the MCU. But that's not all. Apart from this transition, Marvel has also pushed plenty of woke agendas, especially when it comes to LGBTQ representation. Today, we're going to take a deep dive into all the LGBTQ characters in Marvel, from the iconic to the unexpected, including the fan-favorite anti-hero Deadpool. Loki, the god of mischief, has always been a shapeshifter, constantly changing his appearance and persona. In recent depictions, his identity was revealed to be fluid, breaking away from traditional gender norms. While this was seen as groundbreaking by some, others felt it was more of a gimmick than a deep character exploration. America Chavez, one of the few Latina LGBTQ characters in Marvel, is known for her ability to punch star-shaped portals through dimensions. Her bisexuality is a key aspect of her character, but some critics argue that her identity isn't as fully explored as it could be, often taking a backseat to her role as a hero. Iceman, originally portrayed as a ladies' man, came out as gay in X-Men 2015, a move that redefined his character. While it was a pivotal moment for LGBTQ representation in comics, the timing raised questions for some fans who felt it was too late for such a significant change in his character's development. Northstar made history as Marvel's first openly gay superhero, debuting in Alpha Flight 1992. His coming out was a bold and necessary step for representation, though it stirred some controversy. His marriage to Kyle Janadu in Astonishing X-Men 2012 was groundbreaking, but some felt the portrayal was more focused on social progress than fully developing the characters. Wiccan, a prominent member of the Young Avengers, became a key figure in LGBTQ superhero representation. His romantic relationship with Hulkling has been a core part of his storyline. While celebrated by many fans, the relationship's focus often overshadowed Wiccan's personal growth and other aspects of his character. Valkyrie, portrayed by Tessa Thompson in the MCU, has openly discussed her bisexuality, a revelation that resonated with fans looking for more diverse representation. While her sexuality was briefly explored in the comics, some fans felt that the portrayal didn't do justice to her full potential, often sidelining her personal identity in favor of her heroism. Mystique has long been portrayed as a bisexual character, with relationships involving both men and women, most notably her romance with Destiny. Though a progressive depiction, some fans felt that Mystique's bisexuality was often used more for intrigue, rather than fully fleshing out her character, leaving her identity as a secondary element. Shatterstar, known for his partnership with Richter, became one of Marvel's first openly gay superheroes. Their relationship was groundbreaking, but it wasn't without controversy. Some readers felt the couple's romance was underdeveloped, with their identities as LGBTQ characters often overshadowing their other qualities. Sierra, an angelic character in the Marvel Universe, is notable for being one of the few transgender superheroes in mainstream comics. Her romantic involvement with Angela added depth to her character, but some fans felt her identity was treated as a side note, rather than fully developed. Hulkling, a half-Kree, half-Skrull superhero, is known for his relationship with Wiccan, which became one of Marvel's most beloved LGBTQ love stories. While praised for the representation, some fans criticized the characters for being primarily defined by their romance, which they felt reduced their heroic identities. Angela, once a character from the Spawn universe, became a part of Marvel's mythos and was later revealed to be bisexual. Her relationship with Sierra is one of the more notable LGBTQ storylines, but the transition from Spawn to Marvel raised questions about how her identity was handled. Some fans felt that her bisexuality was an afterthought in a character who had much more potential. Karma, one of the founding members of the New Mutants, was one of the first openly gay superheroes in Marvel Comics. Her bisexuality was explored early on, but her character's identity often took a backseat to other plot lines, with some fans wishing for more focus on her personal life and growth. Jubilee, initially portrayed as a fiery young mutant, has had hints of LGBTQ+ relationships in her recent comic appearances. Though her bisexuality has not been a central theme, some fans feel that her character has not been fully explored in terms of her identity, especially given the complexities of her background and powers. Silik, a character with a complex and often controversial backstory, has had her sexuality explored in various comics. While her bisexuality isn't always central to her characterization, it adds another layer to her identity. However, Her often contradictory and convoluted past has led to discussions on whether her sexual identity could be more thoroughly explored. Debris, from the New Warriors, is a lesser-known character who has been depicted as a lesbian in the comics. While her powers and storylines have been intriguing, her sexuality has often felt secondary to her role in the team, leading to some fans wanting more focus on her identity and character development. Firestar, initially part of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, has been depicted as bisexual in later comics. Her sexuality, while an important part of her character, hasn't always been fully explored, leaving some fans wanting more focus on her relationships and identity, especially given her hero status. Daken, the son of Wolverine, has been portrayed as bisexual, though this aspect of his character has sometimes taken a backseat to his darker, more violent tendencies. His sexuality adds depth to his character, but the portrayal of his bisexuality has been criticized by some as more of a plot device than a fully developed part of his identity. Maggot, one of the more bizarre X-Men characters, has had hints of bisexuality in his storylines. However, his odd powers and eccentric character traits have often overshadowed any deep exploration of his sexual identity. Fans have expressed disappointment that his sexuality wasn't explored more deeply in the context of his overall narrative. Nick Aminoru, from Runaways, is another LGBTQ+ character whose bisexuality has been explored in various comics. While her relationship with both boys and girls has added depth to her character, some fans feel that the focus has often been on her magical abilities rather than her personal identity. They hope for more nuanced storytelling around her sexuality. Wade Wilson, Deadpool, the irreverent anti-hero, has always been a character who defies conventional rules, and his sexuality is no exception. Wade Wilson's bisexuality, revealed through various comic moments, has often been a playful part of his character, with no serious focus on his relationships. While some fans appreciate the representation, others feel it's sometimes used as a joke or just a side note, not fully exploring what it means for Deadpool on a deeper emotional level. Mantis, known for her empathic abilities and role in the Guardians of the Galaxy, has been depicted as having fluid sexual orientations in some comics. Her personal life has never been a major focus, with her identity often portrayed as secondary to her role in the team. Some fans believe that her sexuality could be more fully explored, as her past relationships have remained underdeveloped in comparison to her powers and alien background. John Jameson, son of the Daily Bugle's J. Jonah Jameson, has been depicted as bisexual in certain alternate timelines. His sexuality, however, has not been a central aspect of his story arc, and when it is mentioned, it's often in passing. This underdevelopment has led to some fans questioning why such a significant aspect of his identity hasn't been explored in more depth, leaving his bisexuality feeling like a missed opportunity for stronger characterization. Rachel Summers, the daughter of Jean Grey and Scott Summers from an alternate timeline, has had her sexuality portrayed as bisexual in some storylines. While her connection to the Summers family legacy and her complex powers have been explored in detail, her sexuality hasn't always been at the forefront. Some fans feel that Rachel's bisexuality could have been a more integral part of her character, helping to round out her emotional journey. And that's all. Marvel's LGBTQ characters have certainly made their mark, and it's clear that things are changing in the superhero world. But what do you think? Did Marvel push the envelope enough? Or is there still more to be done? At this rate, we might have to start considering straight characters as the real surprise. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe unless you're too busy saving the multiverse. Of course,